Welcome, everybody, to episode 123 of Disney with the Ducks. Tonight, you've got me, John Kroll, and I'm joined by three of my favorite friends. We've got Mean Gene.
Howdy.
Jody B.
Hi, friends.
And Lonnie G.
Hola.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in to us today. We'd like to ask you a big favor. If you could please go out to your podcatcher and give us a 5-star review. That will really help others find us. It does a lot for our self-esteem. So if you can do that, that's basically how we get paid, which we don't get cash. We get paid in your 5-star reviews and the good feelings that it brings us. So please go do that for us if you could. And then come over and join our Facebook group, Disney with the Ducks. And we can have some fun Disney discussion. Tonight, we are going to ask a question like we do every week so we can get to know each other a little better. Tonight's question is, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Gene, we're going to start with you. I feel like you're going to have a good
5 or 10. No, I mean, it's like you ask me any food. It's like, what's your favorite kid? I can't tell you that. It depends on the day. It depends on, which one has been the best lately. But just joking. I like both my kids the same. Thatcher, whatever your name is, and Amelia Bell. I love you all. I love you both. But when I was a kid, I would have said Baskin Robbins Jamocha. It's kind of like coffee flavored.
As a kid.
Yeah. And I'm from South Louisiana. I grew up drinking my coffee in a sippy cup. That's how they do. Our bottle. As an adult, I discovered, Bluebell made its way east to Louisiana. I'm a fan of the Bluebell brand. And my wife is a special friend, and she always knows. She's a special friend of mine, but she's a special friend of Bluebell's as well. And so she gets emails, and she always tells me about, the latest, flavor ice cream. And is it blackberry cobbler? Maybe that day. Is it blueberry cobbler? Could be. Is it summertime? Maybe it is. Banana pudding? Possibly. There's just so many choices, Banana pudding is probably Banana pudding is probably my very favorite, but just kind of, but I'll put some pecans in it too, though. I like to add a little pizzazz.
Okay. So I think some banana pudding with pecans in it, right? That's
kind of where I landed. That's where I landed.
Okay. It was a beautiful journey to get there.
You like it?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
It always is, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I love it. Jody, what about you? What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
So in Cincinnati, we have a ice cream place called Graeter's, which has been around since the 1800s. And they do not have chocolate chips. They have chocolate chunks that are about the size of your head. And they make some fabulous flavors. I, like Gene, really love mocha chip. But I have found that I cannot have it late in the evening, which is problematic because that's when I typically like my ice cream, is late in the evening. But Landon likes Buckeye Blitz a lot, and I've been finding that I like that too because it's the peanut butter chocolate, which is, I'm a big fan of. So, yeah, and pretty much anything from Graeter's that has a chip in it, I'm probably going to eat.
So,
I don't like.
Can we ask questions, John? I don't know the rules.
Yeah, I love talking.
So, Buckeyes, does it have Buckeyes in it? Buckeyes edible? Because
Woody Hayes.
Buckeyes, not from the trees, but Buckeye, the candies are edible. Yes.
Oh, the Buckeyes from the trees are not edible?
Oh gosh, no, they're poisonous.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. That's okay. That's a good mascot. Okay, whatever. Okay. Just quite. I don't know. That's too far above the, the longitudinal lines for me to know.
Chocolate and peanut butter. There's what's not to love.
Oh, that, yeah, absolutely.
Graeter's, so when we stopped and had dinner with you guys on our way down to Florida, you had a bunch of Graeter's for us to try, and it was really good. Mm-hmm. And I was so excited. I saw it at our Kroger up here in the Detroit area a couple of months ago. So I got the black cherry. They were out of the bourbon one I really liked, but I got the black cherry one and it was amazing. So yeah, I love that. I'm so glad they're selling it up here now.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's dangerous.
Yeah, it's just like Ben and Jerry's, right? It's sold in that perfect size where you think you can have a couple bites, you cannot, right? Like,
I'm mad at Ben and Jerry's though because they got rid of my favorite flavor, so I'm still kind of mad at them. So.
What was that?
Chubby Hubby.
What was in it? I don't even know what that.
Like pretzels and caramel and chocolate, and it was the sweet, salty, maybe some peanut butter. I don't remember. They haven't made it for years, and it was perfect. And they don't sell it anymore, which makes me mad. Why do you get rid of all the good things?
Yeah, those darn hippies. Get them on the
know.
phone. Let's get Chubby Hubby back.
I agree.
All right, Lonnie, what about you? What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Man, I'm just gonna go with vanilla, good old fashioned Bluebell vanilla. Reason being that you can add anything to it. You know, you can add chocolate chips to it. You can add M&Ms to it. You can a la mode it, put on some on top of a brownie. So I'm gonna go with vanilla because it's just universal.
Good call. Good call. Hey, you know what's good, Lonnie?
What's that?
Bananas, some kind of nuts, pecans or almonds or something like that, and caramel. That's what I like to do with my Bluebell vanilla a lot of times.
Yeah, you know what? That's that's pretty good. That shows you the versatility of vanilla.
For sure.
I'll tell you, one time I was doing it overnight, and I was like, I want some ice cream so bad. There's a McDonald's. I pulled over and I said, I got to the window and I was like, yes, I like a vanilla cone. And she says, is there anything else? And I'm like, I honestly don't know. I never thought I would get this far. Usually,
Right.
So you kind of got me just that. And some fries, because you can get fries, salty fries with that vanilla. It's great, right?
That's good.
But,
Yeah.
So it was like 9 o'clock at night, and the machine was working. So
That's a miracle. That is a McDonald's miracle right there.
It was. I was like, I don't know what to say. I didn't expect this.
You've heard the epic of Lonnie and Jean's Round the World Way. We got to Marathon Weekend a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
Well, I needed ice cream because I often have ice cream at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or midnight or whatever. It's not healthy, but so we pulled through McDonald's because what else you gonna do? And yeah, it was, the machine was down. We knew it. We knew it was. But it was
That was at like what, midnight, right?
yes.
Yeah. And they were like insulted. The machine is down. I'm like, yeah, I expected that. I mean, you're just living up to my expectations.
All right.
Did you guys see that Wendy's is going to have AI running their drive-through?
No.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like Wendy's is going to incorporate AI. So when McDonald's follows, how are they going to train the AI to lie about the machine being down? I don't know. That's going to be crazy.
All right, John, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh man. Well, funny you should ask.
Or should I say flavors? Because
Yeah,
we know you're going to answer with 10 different things.
Well, so here's the deal, right? Like you have to, certain ones are good from certain brands, and then certain ones are good overall. So I would say in general, my favorite ice cream flavor, like across the board from any brand, would be Superman. I love the Superman ice cream. It's got Blue Moon, it's got like the cherry one, and it's got the vanilla. It's delicious. I love it. I will eat it from anywhere.
Vanilla? I thought it was blue. I thought it was blue, red, and yellow.
The one, yeah, blue, red, and yellow. I think the yellow is the vanilla, the red's the cherry, and the blue is the
yellow vanilla. Okay,
right.
At Baskin Robbins, it might be sherbet, but not. But I could see,
No.
I've never heard of this ice cream.
Yeah.
What?
But
Really?
I don't like fruit ice cream. That just ruins ice cream.
You need to Google it because it's amazing. Yeah, I think it's like a Michigan thing. I don't know. But,
I've seen it before at Baskin Robbins, though.
Oh, okay. See, so Gene knows about it. It's real. But okay, so that's like across any brand. But my preferred brand of that is Hudsonville. It's like this awesome, like kind of mom and pop place on the west side of the state of Michigan. That's delicious. But if you're talking like very specific brand, Ben and Jerry's has always been a favorite of mine. I got to meet them in college. They came and talked to our fraternity, so that was fun. And that kind of got me like, oh, I should try their ice cream. It's amazing. And there's 2 flavors. I had one earlier today just to test it out and see if it's my favorite or not. And that was the fish food, which is delicious. But the reason I tried it to begin with, because I love the band Fish. But this is like a chocolatey marshmallow mix of just deliciousness. There's like chocolate chunks and fudge. Oh, it's just so good. But then you've got Chunky Monkey, which is like, Gene, when you were talking about the banana pudding one, I'm like, well, it's banana ice cream with walnuts and chocolate chunks in it.
Yeah.
And it is probably my all-time favorite dessert treat thing, ice cream. It's so good. But like I was telling you guys before we started recording, I thought I was just going to try a couple bites of the fish food just to see, like, do I like it better than Chunky Monkey or not? And 15 minutes later, I'm very close to the bottom of that pint. So got to make up for that later with some running or something tomorrow morning.
I do that in a hotel room often. I travel for work quite a bit, and I will, Marriott, they've got pints of Ben and Jerry's always. And I'll get a pint thinking I'm just going to get, I'm just going to eat a bite or two, or maybe just half of it. That never happens.
Right. A reasonable amount.
A reasonable amount.
Which turns into a completely unreasonable amount of ice cream.
We actually toured the Ben and Jerry's factory in Vermont. I think it was in Vermont.
Yes, it's in Stowe, Vermont. We toured it too.
We went on the most boring, most relaxing, Thanksgiving vacation when we were living in Delaware. We drove. Christy just let's see something different. So we drove up to Stowe, stayed in Stowe for a few days, and had Thanksgiving there. It was nice. But we toured the Ben and Jerry's factory. We saw maple syrup was made. We saw how Cabot cheese was made. Fun fact: cheddar cheese is only yellow in the United States. It's white everywhere else. We have a thing about white cheese in the United States, and so they died here. And we saw stuff like that, so it was fun.
But then they have the white cheddar too.
Yep.
Is that different, or is that really just regular cheddar without the dye?
Just left out the dye.
Yeah,
and they probably charge you more for it.
Probably.
Wow.
I mean, I like provolone. Provolone cheese is white. I like Swiss.
Yeah.
I mean,
Swiss is white. Yeah. I don't know. Colby Jack, that's good. That's got white in it.
Yeah, love some Colby. Pepper Jack, love that too.
Pepper Jack is really.
There's white American cheese too.
Yeah, that's true. Wow.
Do y'all do this when I'm not on the podcast?
Not as much.
All the time.
Oh.
But we miss you when we do it though.
It definitely
You're welcome.
We miss your commentary.
Okay, so I mean, we had a pretty good conversation about ice cream there, but there's more to talk about with ice cream, specifically ice cream at Walt Disney World. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight on our episode. So, Lonnie, why don't you give us one of your favorite ice cream places at Disney?
I think this is, it goes without saying. It's at the Boardwalk, right? So the Boardwalk ice cream shop, it has the famous Mickey's kitchen sink. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
You want to eat some ice cream, a lot of ice cream. You want a lot of flavors. You want a lot of whipped cream. You want everything. You want the whole kitchen sink. Hey, you go over there to the Boardwalk and you order the kitchen sink. Don't try to eat it by yourself. And when it gets to the end, it's really looks, you're going to be disappointed in yourself. Once it all just kind of melts, it just sits at the bottom and it's you and several people sticking a spoon in there and you're going to look at them and you're going to be like, yeah, this was not a good idea. I think it's deadly if you're lactose intolerant. But the kitchen sink.
Yeah, from Beaches and Cream, right? It's amazing. Have you ever gotten it?
Yes.
We did
and
too.
I was ashamed of how much I ate of it.
But the process of ordering it is awesome. They turn all the lights off. They have sirens going on with flashing lights, and they come out and make a big announcement. And then, when they're listing off all the ingredients, and then the whole place goes, and the guy says a whole can of whipped cream. And the rest
whole can.
Golly.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wait, so Lonnie, you've had the kitchen sink?
Mm-hmm.
And John, you've had the kitchen sink?
Yeah, I had to share it with my family, unfortunately, but yeah.
What about you, Gene? Have you ever had it?
I don't think I have, no.
Me neither.
Really? Well, it's enough. They say it serves 4. I would say it serves 2.5 Johns. So, all right. So, Delaney, that's a good one though, because that was one that was on my short list of some of my favorites, but for another reason. I like the No Way Jose there.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. That is so good. You're talking about chocolate and peanut butter earlier, Jody, and this thing is amazing.
Okay, hot take though. Do you like the No Way Jose with vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream?
I've only ever gotten it with chocolate ice cream.
See, I like it with vanilla ice cream because I think when you do it, the chocolate ice cream, the chocolate overpowers the chocolate and the peanut butter, and then it's too much. So I think the vanilla ice cream base with the No Way Jose toppings is the way to go.
Oh, that's a really good idea. That's a nice tip. I'm gonna have to try that. Where I'm gonna have to get both next time I go.
There you go.
Both ways and taste test them both at the same time. Because but that's just like what Lonnie was saying earlier in the favorite ice cream flavor question. The vanilla is the perfect base material for building any type of ice cream dessert creation.
You need a foundation, right, John?
Yeah.
For anything. Houses, relationships, ice cream. You just need a foundation. Vanilla is that foundation.
That's true. No, that's definitely true. All right, Jody, what's one of your favorite ice cream?
I love the croque glacé from L'Artisan de Glacier in France. It is one scoop of the delicious ice cream or sorbet. We always get ice cream because sorbet is blech. On a homemade brioche, and it's pressed warm, and it's delicious and messy and fantastic. Everything about it is good. So that is probably one of my favorites.
You know, that place is amazing because they also have one that was on my list, and it's the macaron ice cream sandwich. It's so good, and it's gluten-free. So it's amazing. And they have like a seasonal one usually, and then they have, I can't remember if it's chocolate and vanilla ones, but then they always have a fun seasonal one like strawberry or something like that. So yeah, Jody, but you ever have you seen the line for that place recently?
Yeah, it's crazy long. All the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
It used to not be like that. I feel like people have just discovered it in the last couple of years.
I think the France Pavilion in general has just become much more popular because of Remy and the whole area. And so I think just a lot more people are in that area. That's my guess.
That's a good point.
I think you're right, because I think the Skyway has brought, even the traffic coming through the back way has like shot up since the Skyway. And people come in and the first thing they say is, hey, look, it's Remy here. And it's funny, Jody, I've always wanted to try that, but I always forget about it. So next time I go, you got to remind me, because everybody talks about how great it is when they have to go warm. I mean, they press it and it's cold and inside. You got to remind yourself.
I'm setting an alarm right now for January, whatever day we're there for marathon weekend. And I'm going to take Lonnie to France Pavilion for ice cream.
So did you, I just want to make sure I'm thinking of the right place. Are you talking about L'Artisan de Glace? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's the glass, right? That's the thing. Okay, I just make
tiny little place on the side. Like it's a tiny.
Okay.
There's no place to sit. There's no place to outside to enjoy it.
It's like ice cream. You described it, but it's got like bread or something.
Brioche bun. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the one that I like, John likes the macaroons or
macaron, I think.
Macaron, I don't know, whichever.
Kara yells at me all the time. Whatever way it is, I pick the wrong one.
Okay, well, I'm sure she's right, and I'm 100% wrong. But I like it with the brioche bun, and they squish it in like a press, you know, like a panini press type of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how I like it.
Man,
that sounds good. It seems like I've had that before. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Well, Gene, what is one that you have had that you remember that's you would consider a favorite?
Well, it comes, it goes, it comes again, it goes. Lately, apparently, it's you can pick up this iconic cinnamon sugar snack along with a scoop of ice cream at the Connections Cafe at the Starbucks location, the World Celebration. So I don't know if you're familiar with the cronut, but you know, it's kind of a croissant donut, and it's bounced around Epcot over the years. It's been consistently available for a while, and then it wasn't. Once it was found at like the refreshment port near the entrance to the World Showcase. Later, it was a seasonal snack at the Taste Track kiosk at some different festivals. It was an electric umbrella in 2019. But anyway, it's one of my favorites. I love a cronut, but it's not the same without ice cream. And so any ice cream as long as it's with a cronut. That's my favorite. How about that? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
You really we took another journey there to get there.
I mean, I like to add a bit.
But unlike the first question, this was a good journey. I like when he was going. I was picking up what Gene was putting down, and he's absolutely right.
So you didn't like the first journey?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying this journey was nice and succinct. We knew where we were going. You had the GPS rolling. We knew it. And look, I agree with you. You know, man, I'm a cronut fan. So I think you picked a great one, especially with ice cream on it.
For sure. There's no way that you don't do it without ice cream. No way.
You can't.
I'd rather not.
It's kind of, I mean, because literally all that sugar just caught in your throat when you go without ice cream.
You gotta
The
have
ice cream just the perfect amount to mellow it down and help it go down smooth. Well done, Gene. Great
And
job.
milk is healthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives you strong muscles and bones and everything else. So that's
Yep.
perfect. That's what we want. Okay. We've mentioned a few of mine already because you guys picked the same places. So one of the other ones that I have is Aloha Isle. I love that place in Magic Kingdom because I love Dole Whips, and I'll get a Dole Whip pretty much any way you can get it. I like just a straight Dole Whip. Just the pineapple. That's really good. Sometimes I like the swirl though, because Lonnie, to your point about the vanilla, like it helps just take some of the bite off the pineapple
Swirl,
and
man.
make it like the perfect flavor. But then also like the Kokomora float, which I never remember what's in it, but it's coconut soft serve on top of pineapple juice, non-alcoholic blue Curaçao, and then it has a chocolate cake pop, which I can't have. But that is amazing too, because I love coconut ice cream is one of my favorite flavors.
Because Disney sure does love their blue curacao, you know?
Yeah. You found the same thing on the Disney food blog site.
What are you talking about?
Or you just know that Disney.
I just know. I mean, I just know.
Everybody knows that, right? Like that's common knowledge, I thought.
Yeah, it is.
Correct.
Especially Disney experts like us.
Right, exactly. So the little Kokomora guys from Moana, they have their own little treat over at Aloha Isle. But no, that's just it's the best place because you can come out of the Enchanted Tiki room and you can go straight there, get your Dole Whip, and then eat that. Watch people get spit on by the camel in Aladdin, and then go over to Jungle Cruise. I mean, it's like the perfect little area right there. So
and you can mobile order that puppy too, which is awesome.
You can, and then you skip the line. They don't make it till you get there, so it's not going to be melted. Mm-hmm. So yeah, otherwise you're standing in that line for 20 minutes.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, no. I mean it's worth it, but no. Lonnie, do you have any other ones you wanted to bring up?
So look, I am going to leave the parks for this next one, which is my absolute favorite, and usually I get it after I go to Polite Pig, but I'm talking about Ghirardelli. Let me tell you something. Everything at Ghirardelli, it's a huge place, right? You go in there, you're gonna get a whiff of so much chocolate. You may get chocolate overload. The sundaes there are fantastic. This is the thing. You can get everything you want. You can get a shake made with that famous Ghirardelli. You can get the sundae. You can get scoops of ice cream. It is phenomenal. To me, that is the absolute best place to get ice cream at Disney, and that's in Disney Springs. So nothing like getting one of those and just walking around and wanting to shake just so you can sip it instead of having it, trying to eat it with your spoon while you're walking around Disney Springs in the evening with a nice breeze. I think that's a quintessential Disney night. So I'm gonna go with Ghirardelli.
I've yet to have a sundae from there.
What?
Same.
All right. So Polite Pig, when we go for Marathon Weekend, mark it down. We're gonna go after and get us a shake.
Okay.
I'm in.
Perfect.
Amazing. All right. I really want to go there now.
All of the guys are carb loaded for the runs, of course.
Well, yeah, you need the energy. Your body stores that energy. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the only way to get it is by eating the ice cream.
I don't know if we actually run and have all that ice cream in our stomach when we're running, but
dairy and running maybe not so good, but
not so good. But we get it the night before, so hopefully,
yeah, then you're good by the next day.
You're okay
by 4 hours later when you have to wake up. All right, Jody, do you have any other ice creams you want to bring up?
Yeah, so Lindsay and I have had some really good shakes for various times of the seasons at Hollywood Scoops right by Tower of Terror. They tend to have a seasonal flavor ice cream or oftentimes a shake. I remember one time at Christmas, they had this amazing mint chocolate chip and it had this little bundt cake on top. It was absolutely fabulous. So we've had some really, really good ones there. I can't remember all the different flavors and types, but that's also a place where the line has started to get really, really long. So got to get there early, or they don't do mobile ordering, unfortunately. I don't know any of the ice cream places that do mobile ordering. Do you guys?
Aloha Isle.
Mhm.
Other than that, no, I don't think so.
I can't think of any place else. But anyway, so that's a place we've had really good luck with delicious ice cream. In particular, some sort of shake, whatever their seasonal shake has been very, very good. But so yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever tried that there. Anything there?
I haven't. No.
No.
Pretty good.
I mean, I love ice cream. I can make it a point of my next trip to try
it all.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we have to do it for research for the show.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we're a professional organization. We got to act like it.
I mean, look, we do it for the people, so we have to do it.
Yeah,
I know. I think they used to have maybe even like a sundae with a brownie with Mickey. At one point in time, I don't know. I just remember that a lot of the seasonal things that they have been quite delicious. So they've worked out. They've always been good. We've always had good luck there.
That's awesome.
I'm hoping I'm not that I'm going to be there at Thanksgiving, but I'm going to be there during Halloween. Kind of hoping maybe they have something pumpkin. That would be pretty awesome.
Well, I thought you were going to say during Thanksgiving, you hope they had something gravy flavored.
No, that would be Salt and Straw would probably have that.
Yes, they would.
All right. Gene, you got any other favorite ice creams?
Yeah. So this one is one it's in a courtyard, kind of tucked away. You might miss it if you're not careful. But it's in Animal Kingdoms, Africa, and it's the Tamu Tamu refreshments, and it's actually the very first place I ever got a Dole Whip. So they have Dole Whip floats. You can even spike them. I don't partake of the devil's nectar, but they can be spiked with coconut rum. And I mean, I haven't had this particular one, but you can get one called the Simba Sunset. That's made with pineapple, Dole Whip, and it's just topped with watermelon, strawberry, coconut flavored syrup, all for $5.99. And here's a little bit of a hack: is that when you order it, you receive it you get in the same size cup that's used for a float, so you get more Dole Whip for the cost of like a small Dole Whip. Right? Make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, look, that's a hot take.
That's it. Tips and tricks. That's what I do. I just give tips and tricks and try to help the people,
If there's a way to figure out how to get more ice cream, Gene's going to figure it out. And he does it for you, for the people, for the fans.
Yeah.
For the people.
We know Gene is the expert. So
Well,
it's true.
with ice cream, he bought his A game with ice cream. But you know the best thing about that place is, I think, because Gene, I think we went there last time.
We did.
Right across the little walkway is the popcorn cart. Oh man, that popcorn cart is so good right there.
And it's right by those, like they do the drumming and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can get
They
the little
perform
thing.
right there.
Yeah. So you can get your ice cream and just kind of stand there and watch them. It's awesome.
I like a combination of the sweetness and like the sweetness of the ice cream and then the popcorn with the salty and hot. So I'll be double fisting.
That's perfect.
yeah.
It's kind of like when you were talking about the French fries and the
Exactly.
the shake or the sundae. It's the same thing. Yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
That's a thing. People do that with like Frosties, right? From
Yes.
Weird. No, I'm
No,
not.
that's not weird. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I'm out. One of mine is also a shake from Hollywood Studios. The 50s Primetime Cafe has amazing shakes, but their peanut butter and jelly milkshake is one of my favorites. I love
either disgusting or interesting. I don't know.
amazing.
It's delicious.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the perfect milkshake, and that's the milkshake that brings all the boys to the yard. I mean, that's the answer to the question.
Yes, it is.
Which Gene's back. All right, but no,
Gene
that's my
is
favorite.
cramping up. I'm sorry. I worked in yard work today, and I'm having a stretch because I'm sitting in this chair getting cramps. So
Okay.
I apologize.
Well, no, that's good. We want you to stretch them.
But we're real people, We're real people.
Yeah. We are. And they also have floats there that are really good. And I'm a big root beer fan. So again, with the vanilla ice cream, put some vanilla ice cream and some root beer and you have quite the delicious beverage. All right. So any of you guys have another one you want to mention, or any that haven't been mentioned?
I will mention one thing, and I didn't mention it as one of my favorites because it's not something that you can get all the time. However, if you're in Disney Springs and you go to Gideon's at just the right time, we call it maybe the witching hour. I don't know, but there's warm cookie hour. So there's 1 hour a day. You don't know when it is. They'll announce it when you're in there. When they take out fresh cookies when they're still hot, and they throw a big old scoop of vanilla ice cream on it, and they give it to you.
That sounds like heaven.
Words cannot express the goodness that you're about to partake in if you're fortunate enough to be inside for warm cookie hour.
Yeah.
Man.
I need that in my life.
I had Art Smith's. I went over there after Art Smith's, and they're like, attention, attention, it's warm cookie hour. And literally,
Oh man.
the skies opened up and down, and it shined upon me, and I was just like, I feel fortunate. Yes, I will have two.
Yeah.
So yes, warm cookie hour, Gideon's, get in when you fit in. Hopefully you can get it, but if you can, you will not be disappointed.
That sounds good.
That does sound really good. Man, I'm surprised nobody mentioned this one though. Yeah, this is like the iconic thing that I probably have 17 of on each trip. The Mickey ice cream bar.
I was waiting for someone to bring that up.
It's amazing. I think now part of it is taken away because they sell them at Target, but
Not the same.
Are they as
they're
good?
not-
Smaller.
not the
They're
same.
smaller at Target.
Yeah, and I feel like the ones at Disney are just better. But it could be a lower quality, and I would think it was better just because of the environment. But no, that's one of my favorites. I love those, and you get them at every park, and I get them from the gift shops in the hotels at night and stuff. I love them.
Yeah.
So,
They're delicious. They ruined a stroller of ours back in the day where Lindsay was standing up eating one and the chocolate fell off and I forget which one of them, and fell off and got all over the stroller and ruined the stroller. So that was not the best, but yeah, they are good. I have a question for everyone. Has anyone ever gotten any crazy flavors at Salt and Straw before?
I'm not familiar with Salt and Straw. I've heard of it, but I've not been there. So can you tell me about it? I mean, I usually know about things like this, but in this instance, I don't.
It's at Disney Springs. It's an ice cream place. They let you sample the flavors, and they do some really crazy ones like potato salad and
nasty.
yeah, they do some really bizarre ones. I have yet to try Salt and Straw. Also, I have not been there. I was just curious if any of you have tried any crazy flavors there. No.
I haven't been because I'm not. I gotta build up my courage to try some of those crazy things.
John, have you tried it?
I've never been there. No.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, none of us have. That's terrible.
No.
We call ourselves a Disney podcast. I will. There are two other ones I think that we need to make note of. The first being Plaza. I mean, that's kind of
Yes.
the iconic place in Walt Disney World to get ice cream. Walk down Main Street, USA, take a right there by the castle and the plaza. You can get mini kitchen sinks there. So instead of the gigantic kitchen sinks, you can get the little tiny ones. Landon got one last time. I think it's like 4 scoops of ice cream. I don't know, something ridiculous still, but it's not in the huge thing. It's portable. It's supposed to be for one person. I'm not sure that it is, but you can get that there. And then Lonnie and I probably have a favorite it's Disney related. It's not in Walt Disney World though. You have to get on water to enjoy this ice cream. Lonnie, do you want to talk about what's on the ships?
Oh yes, the unlimited self-serve machines on Disney cruises. I always start with one of those, and the flavors change. So, Good call, Jody. Good call.
Yeah, those are. I think last count, one of my kids was up to like 32 ice creams the last
What?
because you can get them all day, every day. Like they're just there. I mean, there's no limit. And like Lonnie said, the flavors change. There's kind of always, I think, vanilla and chocolate, but there's some very flavors too, and
And there's the swirl button too that you pull the middle John, because we know you're down with the swirl. And
Yeah.
it comes from the swirl. Swirl flavor.
Vibes and
And
Yeah.
on the cake cone, or you can bring something else and fill up if you want. It's totally up to you.
that's amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Huh.
Dangerous,
It's gonna
unlimited.
make a Disney cruise worth all the extra cost.
Yes.
That's why I tell my kids, like, eat all the ice cream you want, because we got to pay this, make the cruise more valuable. Got to get your money's worth. So
Give
Yeah.
your kids money.
we don't drink soda, and that's included on Disney Cruise. So we might as well eat all the ice cream, because
Mhm.
True.
Mhm.
there we go.
I like to get one late at night, like after dinner. So you walk in the deck after dinner, trying to walk off all the food you ate, and yes, you had dessert at dinner. But you know what? Let me stop over here and get one of these ice creams right quick, just to clear my palate.
All right, so those were my last two things. There was the
I was-
Plaza and then Disney. Lonnie and I have to squeeze in a little cruise line.
Got it.
I was thinking of the Plaza too, though, because I've got some amazing Sundays from there. And like
Yeah.
you said, you just sit in the hub and watch people, and it's amazing. You're right in front of the castle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Really can't beat that. All right. So
I figured it was just kind of basic, so
yeah.
just joking. It's awesome.
So now we're gonna go into another segment of the show where we think you're gonna quack up pretty hard, because these jokes are really on point tonight. So Jody, we're gonna start with you. What do you got for tonight?
So, why did the newspaper talk to the ice cream?
Why, Jody?
He was looking for the scoop.
All right, Lonnie, what about you?
So I have a math problem for you, John. What do you get when you divide the circumference of a bowl of ice cream by its diameter?
I don't know what.
Pi a la mode. All the engineers love that.
Yeah, I know. You should
All
know
of
that
them.
it's pi something, and I couldn't figure out what the heck the rest of it would be. That's great.
Pie or not square, pie round.
Oh boy, Gene, what do you got for us tonight?
Do you know which celebrity is always ready to eat ice cream?
No.
Reese Witherspoon.
Oh man.
Oh,
Why does everyone invite ice cream to the party? Because it's cool.
Oh,
yay.
Yeah.
Good one. Get my hair working.
Is that due too?
Jody, you have all these fancy things with the hearts
Yeah.
going off and everything. All right. Well, so we talked a lot about ice cream. This is coming out, I think, just before National Ice Cream Day, which this year is on July 21st, 2024. For those of you listening in the 2050s, 2060s, we want to make sure you knew what year it was. But no, July 21st this year. It's always the third Sunday in July. So remember that when you're out. It's a summer day. If you're out on your boat or out at the park or something, get some ice cream and celebrate. Because why not? As if we need an excuse to eat ice cream.
Or just be sad and eat it by yourself, whatever.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Gene.
There isn't. I just
You know what? When I am, when I'm eating ice cream alone,
I'm usually by
extremely
myself.
happy.
I know, right?
because there's no judgment when you eat it by yourself,
Right.
and you don't have to share.
Yep. You don't have
Exactly.
10 kids all over you like, give me a bite, give
Mhm.
me a bite. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. Please go out and give us a 5-star review on your podcatcher. And if you want to leave us a good review, we'll read it and we can see all the good things you have to say about how awesome we are. And just remember, please note if it's a negative review, that's because Jeff was in that episode. So just add that to the comments. That helps us sort things out a little easier. But anyway, thank you, everybody. Kwaherini.
The previous podcast episode featured in-depth discussions on our favorite ice cream spots at Walt Disney World. We're not responsible for you listening and having sudden cravings for sweet treats, spontaneous trips to the parks, and an overwhelming desire to taste every flavor mentioned. Side effects, sticky fingers, and ice cream-induced euphoria. Listener discretion is advised, especially if you are currently on a diet or have a strong aversion to happiness, or if you're lactose intolerant. The opinions expressed are those of the hosts and do not necessarily reflect the best interest of your waistline. Remember, calories don't count at Disney. Indulge responsibly.
Nice. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thank
friends.
you, ChatGPT.
Bye. Wow, that was great.
I'm about to lose my ever loving mind about it. Okay.